Come on in, come on in. B Hunter, what's up? What's up, B Hunter? What's the word? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, let's talk about it. Come on in. Warren, what's the word? Let's talk about it. Come on in, come on in. Let's talk about these Trojans, man. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. Come on in. They seem like they was about to give us another stressful one in the beginning, right? That's what it seems like. Come on in. Come on in. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm not happy either, man. Bobby, what's going on? I'm not happy either, man. But I will say this. Let's talk about it. I will say this. The defense did make some type of adjustments in the second half. The first half didn't look right, but the second half adjustments defensively was a little bit different. Kevin, what's going on? Fight on, fight on. Caesar, what's going on? Flores, what's going on? USC 16. Man, hey, USC 16, I agree, man. Listen. The second half, it was some adjustments made. The Wheeler Dealer, what's going on? Special teams, too. Hey, you're absolutely right, man. I'm not sure what was happening with the special teams, but let me say this. The first half was suspect on defense. I could not believe what I was watching. I mean, I don't know. And to me, you guys tell me what you think. Bobby, I was not happy with that defensive performance. Hey, I agree, man. The defensive performance was like, but let me just kind of say this, just to kind of protect the team a little bit. You guys gotta understand this. Every game, everybody's gonna be coming for USC's head. This is gonna be the Super Bowl for everybody. You know, when they play us, just like when they play Utah, I think they put 13 points. It was 35-13 when they played Utah. When they played Oklahoma State, I think the guy made reference to that. It was 17-35. They took Oklahoma State, who's in the top 10. Big Glenn, what's up, my man? What's up? They took Oklahoma State, who's in the top 10, all the way to the fourth quarter, and the game ended up being 35-17. So I knew, you guys remember when I did my preview, I said, look, we got to contain that quarterback, and we got to contain the running back. We cannot take those guys for granted just because they're Arizona State. They only won one game, and they lost their coach. We have to understand that these teams are going to be coming for our head, and we cannot play down. And I think in the first half, Will, what's up, my man? You got to understand, the first half, I believe we played down to them. I believe we came out there and said this is a one-win team. And hey, absolutely, Will Charles, man, those last calls were terrible. We'll talk about that. But I believe that they played down in the first half to the competition. As a result, we found ourselves in a fight in the first half. However, I do think it was some major adjustments made in the second half, and as a result, you got to understand, they did not score really in the second half, and the only reason they got that score, two bogus. If you guys, somebody went to the game, but if you look on TV, you guys would have seen those were some bogus pass interference calls that really allowed them to score. Before that, all the way up to that, listen, those guys were pretty much stopped in the second half. ADON's 09, those OU. Hey, man, we'll talk about that. OU is lost in the sauce. And you guys see my video, Kevin, horrendous refereeing. Kevin, man, you are so right. Let me tell you something. We held them in the second half to no score, and they literally put them in the front of the end zone, man. Two inches from the end zone, man, with those crazy calls, man. Those crazy calls were ridiculous. Rush Storm, you actually, the taste of OU tears. Look, I told you guys, I made a video and I told you guys, man, OU is lost in all the sauce, man. They lost in Alfredo sauce. They lost in tomato sauce. They lost in face picante sauce. OU is lost in every sauce on the face of this earth. Do you hear me? They are lost. Codename Yates. Half the team is from SoCal. So, hey, absolutely. I totally agree. Jada, the tricks, love to win, but we can't look over OU. Listen, we can't overlook Colorado. We cannot overlook anybody. Everybody's gonna come from my head. Roy Miller, not a bad win, but not a win that. Hey, Roy, I believe you're an Oklahoma fan, if I'm not mistaken, but from the comments from earlier. But Roy, I totally agree with you, man. This was I just wasn't excited about this win, man. I mean, it was some. You know, even some of the offensive holding in the beginning, I could not. And we got all these offensive recruits. We got Elijah Page, all these guys. Big Keith, what's up, my man? We got all these guys coming to watch us. We got all these recruits, and now all of a sudden we want to decide to have an offensive breakdown as it relates to penalties on the offensive line. We got major offensive line recruits, and we did not need that to show them guys what we were doing. Glad USC got the win and happy to be 5-0. I'm happy as well, but I'm not happy with some of the performance that we had. B-22 Ryder, O-line should have played better. Absolutely. Sheldon Christie, fight on from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hey, fight on, my man, all the way from Louisiana. Hey, what you know about some boudin in Louisiana, or some that's some food like a sausage. Some boudin or some crawfish etouffee. Fight on, my man, from Louisiana. Hey, so look, man, I'm happy about the 5-0. I'm excited about the 5-0. And man, listen, we just gotta tighten up the defense. The same way we tighten up the defense in the second half is the same way we need to tighten up the defense in the first half. We need to come out like that, because let me tell you guys something. If you guys watch college football today, man, I'm telling you, Georgia got taken to all the way to the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left, and they won that game. Let me see what the score was. Georgia won that game 26-22 against Missouri, man. Against Missouri. Georgia almost lost against Missouri. We cannot, they are a losing team. We cannot take any team for granted and think that just because we USC, mighty Trojans, that we just gonna win this thing automatically. Absolutely. Hey, Trojan 16, Clemson as well. Clemson had a rough game. Clemson had a rough game last week. And so you guys got to understand, this is Georgia's second week in a row. And I want you guys to realize that too. We cannot be so down on our team to understand college football with the transfer portal, and it creates so much parity now to where anybody can get it any day. Do you hear what I'm saying? Any day, anybody can get it. We have to come out the same way we played the second half. We got to come out there in the first half and play the same way. Alex Grinch shouldn't have had to make adjustments. Hey, Brent Iverson, what's going on? 100%. Hey, absolutely. We shouldn't have to make these type of adjustments in the second half. We should have came out there with that same intensity and enthusiasm in the first half as we did in the second half. And we wouldn't be so stressed out like this. I mean, Will Stick, how can we cut that shirt? Hey, Will, I'm about to get some more shirts made, man. This is my USCJ shirt. I'm about to get some more of these shirts made, man. I appreciate you, Will. I promise you I'm gonna get some more made. Matter of fact, I got some Trojan stuff I need to show you guys. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna be doing some giveaway. Let me show you guys something. I got a bunch of stuff here. I got a bunch of Trojan gear that I'm gonna be giving away. I got a bunch of Trojan gear. I got a bunch of stuff. This is a women's shirt. You see, they still got the tags. I'm gonna be giving this stuff away. I'm trying to come up with I got all kinds of stuff that I'm gonna be giving away, but I'm gonna try to do some type of incentive. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be giveaway. I'm gonna show you guys different stuff that I got right here. I got a bunch of Trojan stuff. Let you guys take a look at this stuff real quick. But I'm gonna get my shirts made. Here goes some more stuff. Stuff still got the tags on it, as you guys see. But here's another lady shirt. But I got a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna be giving away, but I'm gonna try to figure out a way to give it. It's gonna be free. You guys nobody's gonna have to pay for it or none of that. Still got the tags on it. A bunch of Trojan stuff that I'm gonna be pretty soon giving away here. Tank tops. Here goes some more. Some more women's shirts, some hats, all kinds of stuff. So I'll be getting ready to get that stuff away pretty soon here. In a little bit. Here goes some jerseys. I got all kinds of Trojan stuff. But anyway, let's talk about the game. So Brent Iverson said I need that shirt. I'm gonna come up with a way to get this stuff to you guys. A way to do a giveaway. All the stuff is gonna be free, no cost, no nothing. So look forward to that. So listen, these guys, we had to make adjustments. So I want you guys to understand that we had to make our adjustments, man. We listen, everybody, Washington State, listen, that's going to be a step up next week. Washington State is going to be a major step up compared to what we played tonight. So listen, man, thank God for the halftime adjustments. Thank God we were able to move and groove in that direction. But listen, man, I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row where, you know, my blood pressure was up a little bit. You know what I mean? My blood pressure was up a little bit. And so we look at it today. We look at what happened, Georgia versus Missouri. Kentucky lost to Ole Miss. Kentucky was a top 10 team. Kentucky was number 7. So you got to look at that. Of course, we wanted to. We all know what happened to Oklahoma. Oklahoma got smashed. Oklahoma got worked on overtime. We don't want to find ourselves in that position. And we got to say, how much points does our defense give up on an average? Our defense still, even though it looks, let me tell you something, it looks worse sometimes than really what it really is. Even though they have been giving chunks of yards up, our defense is still averaging I want to say 19, 20 points per game. Rush Storm, totally agree. 10 missed a lot. He did miss a lot, man. That's Randall Gofer. Blood pressure was high. Hey, blood pressure was high in the first half. KB17, Washington State means up-tempo defense. They definitely up-tempo defense. But did you guys notice when the second half, when they made the adjustments, those guys were coming out flying. They were adding more pressure on the end, and that guy wasn't able to run. Emory Jones wasn't able to run like the way he was doing in the first half. It was causing him to make quick decisions. And so as a result, he wasn't, we were getting sacks. We had multiple sacks. Jason, hate to say it, UCLA looked incredible, man. UCLA looked incredible. And I don't know what's up with that crazy throw. I wasn't feeling that throw. Why did we, when we were on the red zone in the first half, when we came out in the red zone, why did we throw the ball right there? Why didn't we run the ball? And then you see that second possession when we got it, we ended up running the ball because I guess they figured, it was Caleb just threw it up and it was an interception. Why did we throw the ball right there? I don't understand that. Do you guys understand that? I mean, that was kind of we could control the clock. We want to control the clock. We want to put the clock down, let the clock continue to wind down. Why throw it? I mean, continue to run it. We got 4 downs. We don't have to pass the ball right there on the 10-yard line. That was crazy to me. USC 16. Absolutely, man. I agree with you on that, 16. He got a little greedy right there, man. We did not have to do that. There was no reason to do that. I mean, we got to play smart, sound football. We got to control the clock, man. We cannot Moose 10:32. 10:32. The defense has trouble stopping the run every game. Yeah, I mean, look, it looked like Oregon State has a more powerful run. It seemed like we were better off stopping their run opposed to Arizona State run. I was just like, what in the world is really going on? Tony, Caleb needs to look for other receivers. He does, man. And then sometimes he telegraphs the pass. And sometimes he telegraphs the pass sometimes. And that's another thing that I don't like. So I mean, Glenn, 53 is suspect. Man, that's Shane Lee. And that pass down the end zone, going up the end zone, Shane Lee, he was kind of lost in the sauce right there. For the most part, Shane Lee's good in the run coverage. He's good in the he's good at plugging up the middle, and he's good. He has good lateral movement. But man, when it's time to cover, he cannot cover a running back coming out the backfield like that. That running back is way too fast for him, man. It's no way that he was going to have the ability to make that coverage, man. We had a few busted coverage. That very first, I'm not sure if the safety was if Shane Lee thought the safety was supposed to come over the top and he got lost in the sauce. I'm not sure what happened. Jamie. Let's see. Jamie, our O-line needs to improve. Man, the O-line was doing good, man, in the first couple of games, and then they're still doing good, but it just seemed like a little bit of a breakdown, man, especially in the first half. It just seemed like they kind of break it down, and I'm not sure if it's because of the injuries that they trying to rotate people around or what the deal is with that. ASU took only 88 yards rushing. Roger, Shane Lee's playing different position. KB17, Caleb missed Mario in the middle, would have been a touchdown. Brent Iverson against the big boys. Man, that is kind of a concern, man. I mean, Washington State is a smaller team, But after Washington State, we got Utah. And now here's the good thing. Utah got to play UCLA. I think they're going to beat each other up next week. Next week is Utah and UCLA. We're going to kind of get a gauge. We can kind of be able to gauge and see where we're going to be at, because I think those two teams are going to beat each other up. And so we get to come on top of that and play Utah. And so I think we're going to be a little bit maybe more fresh and more healthy than Utah opposed to so I think that's what's going to happen. So Anthony, calls were a joke. Man, those calls were a joke. And if you guys watch it on TV, you guys see that it was no major contact. The hand was just wrapped around. Those last two penalties called, it should have been, what did we end up with, 42 points? It should have been 42-17. That should have been the score. But those referees helped them out and gave them some scores, moved them all the way up to the 1 yard line. That was absolutely crazy. That was crazy. Glenn, too many penalties, special teams. I agree. Glenn, I agree. Those penalties on us, the holdings, the offensive line, just they were playing different tonight. I don't think we've ever had that many holds this season. I don't remember even having a hold in the season. But for some reason, we got all these recruits, these 5-star recruits here. The last thing we need to do is have them seeing all those penalties coming from the offensive line. We looking to get those guys. Russ Storm, Caleb had 350 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, Caleb had a good game. He had a good game. That was just kind of an ill-advised throw, that last throw. That last throw was kind of an ill-advised throw. I don't know. Instead of throwing it to the end zone, Jordan Addison's back was completely turned. We should have ran that ball in. Caesar Flores, USCJ, shout out to my man Aggie. I brought him to your channel. Hey, fight on, my man, fight on. Hey, I appreciate you tapping in with me, man. Hey, listen, we are diehard USC fans, man. And listen, you new to the channel, man. This is straight up go time, man. Caesar Flores, I appreciate you bringing him to. Hey, tell him I said give him a big fight on, my man. Hey, guess who? They averaged 28 points, 28 yards a return. Man, Arizona State has some athletes out there. Their quarterback was a 4 or 5-star quarterback. He came from Florida. And I told you guys, if you guys remember, I gave you guys my preview. The running back that came from Wyoming and the quarterback that came from Florida, those were the 2 guys I previewed, said those are the 2 guys we need to watch. And sure enough, those were the 2 guys that gave us the most problems during this game. And so, I mean, second half, we made the adjustments. Yes. But, man, I was not feeling that first half. Rush Storm, fight on. Big Keith, as long as we get the W with the recruits here. Hey, well, Keith played linebacker for USC 1985. Hey, USC 16, I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you a lot. I definitely appreciate you, my man. Appreciate that, man. Hey, so let's see here. Bobby, Caleb Heisman lock, he had a highlight reel. Hey, Caleb had a nice highlight reel, but let me tell you something else. Let me tell you who else had a highlight reel. Man, UCLA quarterback had a highlight reel too, man. And we gotta watch that guy as well. We definitely gotta watch that. We definitely gotta watch that. So look, man. Hey, listen. You know I'm coming back with John Walker tomorrow. And Jason, did you see that interview with Reggie? Oh man, I seen that. I mean, that's a whole nother show. Let me tell you something, man. Give Reggie his trophy back. Reggie never even knew nothing about it. But see, some of this information, some of this stuff, man, you know, I kind of already knew. But man, listen, Reggie never took nothing. He never had nothing to do with nothing. And the investigation was they never even did a real investigation. Never really even asked his family. That was some cold-blooded stuff. Guess who? Tyrone Talini. I did see Tyrone in there. Tyrone looked pretty decent tonight. And I did see Corey at the end of the game, Corey Foreman come in there and do a nice little tackle. It looked like a shoestring tackle, but he tripped the guy up. Donnell, 1977, what's up? Hey, what's up, my man? What's going on? So, man, hey, I appreciate you tapping in. We just talking about this win tonight. Thank God for the W. We are 5-0, but it wasn't the most comfortable win. It wasn't the most happy, exciting win. We had a little bit, we were kind of felt like a little lost in the sauce as fans, as a team. We were a little bit lost in the sauce in the beginning, but we recovered. We made some adjustments. We kind of shook back. But man, we needed the same adjustments we made. We kind of need to do that early on. Big Brian, what's up, man? Defense, man. Absolutely, Brian, you're right. Defense, that you took the words out of my mouth. Defense made the adjustments, man, that we needed. But here's the thing, Brian, those adjustments need to come early. We don't need to wait, man. Guess who? What's going on? Let's go 5-0. Those adjustments need to come early, man. You kind of playing with fire, man, because like a team like Utah, even a team like Washington State, who has more firepower, we might not have time to make those adjustments because they might be hitting on all cylinders like the way our offense is hitting. So we don't even want to run into that type of situation. You feel what I'm saying? Don't play to the level of absolutely. I think we played down. I was texting some guys back and forth. I think we played down to the competition, man, and I think that's what the problem we ran into. I think we're looking ahead to Washington State and Utah. Those are two incredible teams. Washington State must have had a bye today because I didn't see them. I seen everybody else play, but I didn't see Washington State. It looks like Utah smashed Oregon State, but I will say this: Chance Nolan, the quarterback, he was out today. He was out. I didn't realize he got hurt in the Utah game. Trojan 16. Trojan 16. This is simple. Stop the run and win. Absolutely. That's all we got to do. Our corner's going to lock it down. And like we talked about, those were some bogus passing interference calls. I agree with you. All we got to do is stop the run. I don't like some of them little draw plays, them little counter plays that they just get 7, 8 yards a pop. Man, that's crazy, man. I mean, they getting like all these yards on these counter plays, counter left, counter right. And it's like, man, can we just please stop it? Glenn, that's a problem, 16. We have to stop the run. We have to, man. I agree, Glenn. 20, Batman, we got to be ready for what? Yes, we got to get ready for Washington State. Washington State is a good team. They're a talented team. Yeah, Washington State did play. They did play today. I did see that game. My buddy actually played for Washington State. He was on the field. They had some type of ceremony going on. So look, you got nothing free. Keep Shane Lee out of the situation. It's my man with the running back. hey, keep Shane Lee out of the situation. It's my man. Hey, man. Hey, Shane Lee cannot cover a running back. He's not that fast. He looked good on that interception, but Shane Lee can't cover a running back. Flores, your buddy was in the sauce. hey, Shane Lee getting it. Hey, come on, Brian. Man, Shane Lee, man, why you? Hey, hold on for a second. Rush Storm. Georgia and Clemson are definitely looking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want. Everybody got to understand this, man. It's some teams this year. Georgia, 26-22 against Missouri. They took them all the way. Look at Ole Miss beat Kentucky. Ole Miss almost lost against Tulsa last week. Look at Texas A&M. They got blown out the water today. The Wheeler Dealer. Our corners bailed out and are 20 yards down the field. Listen, Texas A&M got blown out. I mean, if you look at it, our whole body of work, we're not doing that bad. Don Tizzo, 805, USCJ, Damani Makai, and our safeties are absolutely, man. And with them crazy bogus calls that they made. Those guys are no-fly zone, man. And was Damani at nickel? I think Damani was at nickel because I didn't see him on the corners. He was at nickel. And I figured they would do that because Sierra Wright hadn't done anything to get his job taken. Bobby, Brandon Rice went ham. Man, Brandon Rice looked good, though. I can't even front on that. I can't front. And he looked explosive when he got the ball a couple of times. Hey, Kyron Ware-Hudson looked good. He had some nice little catches. Brian Jenkins. Caleb is the truth. He is the truth. But let me tell you this, though. I don't like this Houdini stuff, man. Caleb be doing this Houdini stuff, man, and I'm afraid he's going to either get hurt bad. Somebody's going. You remember the horse collar from Stanford? You know, I'm afraid that he's going to bend the wrong way. It looks scary, man. Caleb is like Houdini back there doing magic tricks, man. And it's like, man, please don't put yourself in that situation because we need you. Caleb threw for 300 some. Let's see here. Caleb threw for 300 and some yards. And he had a monster game, man. Caleb actually had a very, very nice game. Stephen Bank, Brandon Rice is a #1. Man, Brandon Rice is fast, man, and he's big. I'm glad he's coming back. USC 16, almost 400 yards. Yeah, he threw for almost 400 yards. He had a big game. Andrew, what's up, USC? Let's see. Let me get that on there again. Let's see. Man, I appreciate that, man. Andrew, what's up, USCJ? Love Caleb, but he holds the ball. Hey, man, I totally agree, man. It's a little bit, he's holding it too long, but I like him, man. He's a lot better. He's a lot better than what we had in a long time. And he's pulling some Houdini stuff, man. He's pulling some Houdini stuff, and he kind of, he kind of scares us the way he is with that ball sometimes, man. The Willer, the announcer, Jinx Caleb. I know, because right when he said Caleb hadn't threw no interception, then Caleb just throws the ball up in the air. But we're not gonna charge that to Caleb, man. Caleb had a big game. Man, I was hoping to keep the streak alive because I was like, man, this is unbelievable. I mean, he hadn't been making no interceptions all year. Cesar Flores, USC 16. Yes, but this doesn't have the depth. Marv 11, living in LA, I know that we may have some very talented players. Let's see. But as the Lakers have taught us, that's how much the growth bond hard. Donnell, against Utah and some of these other teams, we will need entire squad available. Yeah, we do need the entire squad available. And we need to play better defense. We need better, no more adjustments in the second half. Donation for your high blood. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Maybe I could go get me a bottle of water, man. Because, man, look, man. Hey, this is the second game in a row. We got this high blood pressure, man. You know what I mean? I mean, but if they don't come with they could just come with the adjustments in the beginning, maybe the first quarter opposed to the second quarter or the second half, maybe we'd be in some good shape. I appreciate you though, man. I really appreciate you. Nothing free. D-line was getting group sacks. Yeah, hey, in the second half. They were getting the group sacks in the second half. Cesar Flores at Gordon. Okay, I was wondering. I thought he was 23 class. Do you guys realize how many recruits we had there? I mean, we had major recruits there. So thank God, like my man Keith said, thank God we got the win. This was big time to be able to get this win. And I think we're still on the road. The offense still looks sound. The running game. Hey, how do you guys feel about Relief? Do you think Relief ran a little bit more through the tackles today, or did you guys still see a little bit of bouncing around? Because I noticed somebody said that last week. 7 5-stars. Hey, USC Trojans 16. Yeah, there were 7 5-stars here, man, including some that was committed to us. We had, of course, we had Zachariah, and then we had Malachi. Vets, hang out. I was sweating hey, man, I was sweating, man. I mean, I just want to be comfortable, man. I want to be able to relax in my house during halftime, give me some chips and dip, maybe eat some food. I don't even want to eat food when it's like that, man. When I'm nervous, when I'm all nerved up, when I'm upset, when I'm not understanding why we feeling, temporarily lost in the sauce, I wasn't feeling that. I couldn't even get my chips and sauce popping off, man. Darnell, Relique is running sideways still. Okay, that's the question I had. I thought I seen him run sideways a couple times, but then I seen him run straight another time. But yeah, he needs to kind of look at what Travis Dye is doing, man. Travis Dye is hitting that hole and hitting it hard, man. But I think the coaches were giving him an opportunity to go out there and try to make some things happen, man. With a I'm not gonna say a lesser opponent, but I mean it is a lesser opponent, but they're still good. Go. Show some more love. Hey, man, Travis Dye be getting it. Brian, you right, man. Travis Dye be getting it in, man. I mean, he hits that hole. He's a veteran. The man be getting it, man. The boy, yes, a lot of commits. Absolutely, there's a lot of commits. Donnell, I feel like if we open a big hole for relief, vets, here it is. Here's for what you're. Hey, hey, I appreciate that, man. Hey, maybe I can go give you some chips and dip now, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I can eat some chips and dip now because you know what? They had me not wanting to eat my chips and dip. You hear me? I mean, I can get it now. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, man. Fight on. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. You know, hey, all we want is a stress-free game. You know, don't make it stressful if we don't have to be. If it's unnecessary stuff, you know what I mean? I mean, the holding, stuff like that. We cause the problems on ourselves, man. You know what I mean? So that, you know, I just wanted to come and tap in with you guys, man. The boy, Raleek will get his group. Raleek still look powerful to me, and he still look explosive to me. I just think, of course, Travis Dodge hitting that hole like, Travis Dodge just got that veteran experience, man. When he get that ball, boom. Austin Jones don't get it like that. Nobody gets it like that. Travis Dodge just gets it, man. Elijah, how are you feeling about the O-line? I've been feeling great about the O-line, but just as of late, today, really, I've seen him do all this holding, and I've seen him, it seemed like it was a breakdown in the first half of the O-line. I don't get that at all. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't understand what happened. I feel like this is what I feel like. I feel like we played down to the competition. That's what I feel like because Oregon State, you know, other teams, you didn't see that as much. But tonight, it just seemed like all around, all across the board, it seemed like it was just a little bit sloppy play here and there. That's just my opinion. Dedich was injured. Yeah, he was injured. I'm not sure how Bobby Haskins or Cortland Ford, how they really feeling. You know, KB17, get ready to shave. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, hey, look, man. I know, you're right. Hey, because Utah's going to be serious, man. Utah's going to be very serious, man. So, and Washington State. Washington State's going to be serious. So, look, man, I want to tap in with you. I didn't want to be on here no more than 30 minutes. It's been about 32 minutes. Look, we got the win. We 5-0. Listen, think about this. This time last year, we didn't have all these recruits on the sideline. We didn't have the coaching staff that we have. We didn't have all the momentum. We didn't have the number 6 rate in being rated 6 in the country. We got so much right now momentum. We still got a lot going on, and we expecting some commits. I'm hoping Elijah Page makes his commitment. But listen, we are in a much better position this year than we are. Listen, we can have a good Christmas this year. I believe we will. So look. I'm gonna tap in with you tomorrow. I'll be with John Walker, man. Until then, man, I'm out of here. USCJ. I'm about to go get my water and my chips and my dip, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Trojan 16, everybody. Big Glenn, everybody. Appreciate everybody. Until we see you guys tomorrow, fight on, fight on, fight on. And remember, OU is lost in the sauce. Fight on, fight on.